year, I don't know, 2022.
Yes.
What do you remember about the crowd that night, and how did that maybe inform what you thought of Nebraska when it came time to look for teams?
Yeah, I thought that game was the craziest game I played in that whole entire year, including we went to Ohio State and some more places. I thought the atmosphere was crazy. It was my first college night game too, was here, so I definitely got a great feel for the atmosphere and the crowd. And I've already known about the sellouts and stuff like that. We talked about that, the whole week. So it was a good experience coming here.
What were your takeaways from mat drills? The other guys have talked about the kind of the difficulty, the challenges of the mat drills. What were your takeaways from it?
Mat drills is made for you to struggle and to get closer with your guys on the team. So I felt like it was a struggle, but everyone needed to go through it. Like, you know what I mean? It just got us closer as a team. In reality, that's what it's for. Those 2-3 weeks of going through that is really just picking up the guy next to you, competing with the dude next to you. And it's basically the players versus everybody, players versus the coaches, the staff. You know what I mean? It's isolated. It was just us. So it just made us stronger.
There's been a lot of talk since you signed here that it was important for you to be able to find a spot on the defense. Clearly, you're a versatile guy. Is that accurate? Like, is that an objective for you to be able to play basically one position and specialize at that?
Yes, I'd say now in the point of my career, I just want to be closer to the ball and kind of specialize in one area. I feel like I definitely still have the versatility to move around in packages and things of that sort, but just kind of having a home as in like a everyday individual home. At Oklahoma, I would move around a lot depending on the day and things like that. Same at Indiana a little bit. So just finding a safe space close to the ball.
Do you know where that is yet? I know you haven't practiced, but
Mm-hmm.
when you go in the spring, look, Jack. Yeah.
Jack.
You played in the Big Ten and the SEC, so you know both leagues. What are the differences between the leagues in terms of what you see from opposing offenses?
Yeah, I'd say the Big Ten is like more traditional, like run heavy offenses. The SEC is a little similar depending on the team you actually play. I'd just say maybe with a little bit different dudes, but probably better receivers on each team. And the Big 12 was kind of like all like creative play, like different types of formations and stuff like that. So, they each kind of got their own little spice to it, but, I'm a big fan of how the Big Ten gets down.
Why are you a fan of the Big Ten?
Just because of what I said, traditional kind of, just head-to-head football, run heavy too. So I just, I feel like it's kind of where I thrive at and where I showed I thrived at fresh out of high school too.
What's helped you growing up as a son of a coach and just that background in your life?
I'd just say always being around football. I've been around it for as long as I can remember. My latest memories go back to me running around an indoor as a little kid, just watching the older guys practice. So being around him has just helped elevate my game from a standpoint of I've been around it my whole life, so I know how it goes. No stage is ever too big.
At your jack spot, has there been a certain weight or you're trying to get to for your frame this year?
Yeah, I'm gonna get to about 240. So around that area, maybe a little heavier too. So we'll see how it goes and what the coaches think, just with how they want to exactly use me. So we'll see how it goes, but my plan's about 240.
What did you play at like last year?
Last year I was about 230, 232, around there.
I know you've got roots in the Kansas City area. So what's been your observation on the Kansas City flavor around here?
Yeah.
And the number of guys who have connections there. It seems like a lot of it starts with Coach Mosey, but how have you viewed that?
Yeah, I didn't realize actually until I got here how much you guys like Kansas City, and things like that. I actually didn't know that until I got here. So I guess it was like a comforting feeling kind of just seeing it from everybody, 'cause I didn't know. But I have a lot of teammates from Kansas City as well. So that's kind of been cool to pick up on, especially some of the younger dudes who are from around Kansas City, guys, telling me I came to watch your game when you were a junior, and they were in middle school still at the time, some of the dudes. So it's been cool to, kind of get back and hear those home experiences.
You had a connection to Mosey, right? You were Blue Valley North?
I was at Blue Valley North.
Yeah. So what can you talk about him and your connection to him and how maybe he has had as big of an impact for us, for those of us who don't know him as well?
So he wasn't directly with me. At, I don't know if he was at Blue Valley North after I left, but I know before that he was at like the Lee Summit area. So he was he has a connection with a lot of the dudes from the Missouri side of Kansas City, and obviously I'm close. We joke around and we talk a lot just because we're from around the same area, know a lot of the same people. But me and him never like directly like worked or anything like that.
Dasan, given your unique skill set and versatility, what do you hope to bring to this Nebraska defense?
A lot of playmaking, especially on my last year. A lot of playmaking, a lot of aggressiveness, and you know, showing my physicality close to the ball. I feel like I only got to show a little taste of that the past 2 years with the chances and opportunities I had close to it. So finding this home, I feel like I'm gonna be showing a lot of playmaking abilities this whole season.
Do you sense, you know, obviously you're hungry, but like watching Trent, guys like that, you know, let's make the most of this 1 year.
Yeah, you know, me and Trent, we talk about that every single day. You know, we text each other throughout the day too, just making sure we're staying locked in. We know this is our last opportunity. Me and him have connected like really close since we've gotten here. So, you know, it's just we're approaching it with a pro mindset this whole season, this whole off season as well. So it's been good for us.
Working in the room and getting to know some of the guys on the defense. Is there any young guys that have caught your attention so far?
Williams, the DN, I mean, he's huge. First of all, to say that, but, you know, I've been working with him a little bit too. You know, he's really natural pass rushing. He was 270 the other day too, so the way he can move and how big he is, like that's a dude I could easily see him going in the first round at some point.
Okay, thank you, Dasan.
Appreciate you.